Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm in my truck again, and 8.5 times out of 10 that I'm doing that, I'm picking up a new Core-Lokt slinger. So, you guys watch the show, you already know the spot. I'm up here at Tolliver's. I actually got to park right in front of the building. I got here pretty early this morning. Tolliver's on the square in Manchester, that's the spot. Y'all watch the show, like I said, that's where I get all my bang bangs. They can give me anything. And they're good people. Being good people means more to me than just about anything these days. Hard to find good people. Anyways, short story on this. So, recently, I've not gotten two Core-Lokt slingers because I didn't get them when I saw them. And went back to go get them, changed my mind. And they were gone. Other people realized they were awesome, and they got them. Well, same things happened. Hopefully it didn't happen again for the third time. I saw something last time I was in here. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. And then got home and said, man, I probably should have got that. So I'm back here to see if I can get it. Hopefully it's not gone. But I'll tell you why here in a little bit and what we're going to do with it. It's pretty cool, pretty unique. All right, so always a good time down there at Tolliver's. Tons of new stuff in there since I was in there 2 weeks ago. They always got a whole bunch of Ruger Americans, and if they don't got it, nobody can get it. Yeah, all that being said, I love Tolliver's, and like I said, good people. Ran into a bunch of people in there today, too. So, aren't you that guy, fella who makes videos? Yeah, that's me. So I always like meeting people and talking and saying hey. So if you see me in a random place, stop and say hey. It's not weird to stop and say hey. Anyways, this is what I wanted, and it was still there. Now you might look at that box and say, that's kind of funny shaped. Well, let me tell you what. It's taken apart in that box. So that's not actually what it looks like. It's probably actually considerably longer than that. And I just about guarantee none of y'all have ever seen one of these in your lives. I'll see you at the house. We'll take this out of the box and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm pretty excited. What I'm going to do with it. And the pretty interesting ammo that we're going to use through it. So I'll see you back at the house. Alright, so back at the house. Should I start with the Core-Lokts or the Bang Bang? Man, let's start with the Core-Lokts. This is the whole reason that I got this stuff. So, it's probably no surprise. I'm a fan of Remington. And they just relaunched this stuff here this past year. This is the Remington Core-Lokt handgun. And they're making it in some common hunting handgun calibers like 10 millimeter. I think, don't quote me, but I think 357 mag, 44 mag, maybe 45 ACP. I cannot remember, honestly. But I finally got my hands on some of the new Core-Lokt handgun in 10 millimeter. It's a 200 grain at 1110 feet per second. And might as well get one of these out of the box. Core-Lokt handgun. Check that out. It's a big old mega hollow point, and this is in 10 millimeter, and it's a 200 grainer. The picture of it, you know, looks like a typical, what you might think of a normal centerfire Core-Lokt, but expanded right there. I guess it showed us the hollow point on the front of the box too, didn't it? So I got this. I got 2 boxes of this stuff. 200 grain, jacketed hollow point, Remington Core-Lokt handgun. Well, wow, what in the devil? We're gonna take him with a pistola. Take a deer, that is. Well, then I saw this thing. That flings 10 millimeters. And like I said, I saw it probably like a month ago. But I'd never heard of these guys. I'm sitting there looking at their website. It's TNW. TNW. It looks like they're out of Oregon. They make these right here in 9mm, 10mm, 45 ACP, 460 Roland, 40 Smith & Wesson, and in 357 SIG. How cool is that? So I'm going to just show you right in the box here. I said it's, the box looks small because it's taken apart. Well, there it is right there. Here's the main piece of it, right? And the whole reason that I was interested in it, because they got 16-inch barrel models. I do not want to fool with making videos on stuff shorter than 16 barrels. I know, America, and they shouldn't be able to tell us to do. I'm right there with you, but for purposes of putting things up on the internet, I'm not fooling with any barrels shorter than 16 inches anymore, just because I don't feel like fooling with the government. And then, there's the barrel. And it's got a little threaded piece right there, and then a little, shows you how to get it in there. And the barrels are threaded. How cool is that? What else come in the box? Looks like a little pick rail, probably goes right there under the thing. And then, this clipazine that holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, like a 20 or 20 and some change round mag. That's a SGM tactical mag. So we're not allowed to show you putting things together anymore, heaven forbid, on the interwebs, you know. So let me put this thing together, and then I'll be right back. All right. So I'm a little saddened at the moment. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Anyways, check this thing out. I mean, it's a company, again, I forgot the name already. TNW. And this one's in a 10mm, but it says right here, stamped on the side, I could use this to fling 460 Rolands, but then I guess I'd probably just have to get a different bolt and barrel. So how cool is that? But let me just give you, it came with all this stuff, how I got it. So like you see it right here is how I got it. And these are surprisingly affordable. You might be surprised. There's a bunch of AR style other companies that make these that charge 4 or 5 times what this cost. If this was expensive, I wouldn't have bought it. Catch my drift. But I guess I could put the bolt down there. Come on, catch in there now. There we go. But pick rail on top. It came with this other pick rail. I suppose you could also put it on the sides. It has drilled and tapped to put it on the sides if you want a flashlight on the side of there or whatever. But really, I think the whole concept is you can have this off very easily just by threading it with your hand. And then obviously it's got all that. And came just like you see it, okay? But pretty neat. But here's where the bummer is. It's a threaded barrel, so perfect for this can. This is my Banish 46. I put this can on my High Point 10mm Pistola. But out of all my direct thread mounts, this one, this one, this one, this one, these two, the one I got in this can, not a single one of them will fit the threads on this. So I look it up on their website. Well, on the 40 and the 10mm, they have a goofy thread of a 9/16 by 24. Why in the devil? On the 9mm, they got it 1/2 by 28. That's pretty standard. 223 9mm, they thread them 1/2 by 28. But this is threaded 9/16 by 24, which I've never even heard of. But I went on the Silencer Central website, and they got a direct thread for 9/16 by 24. So I'm going to have to order that direct thread mount so I can put that can on there. But that's going to be cool, and it's going to be quiet. Anyways, that's one of the major reasons why I was like, okay, I'll pick it up, because we could catch a deer with it. I'm probably going to put a LPVO, like a 1-8 or a 1-10 on here. This will be a in the woods catching deer machine, suppressed. Wow. We're catching them with 10mm. I've never taken a deer with 10mm, and I think it'll be awesome. But Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to have this out to the range and get it sighted in here real soon in the next week or two. And stay tuned for deer catching season, because I'm going to do my absolute best to catch a deer with this. I mean, it's going to be low recoil, so you got to think about it too. That could also be a good thing for, you know, like a kid. Where a lot of people want to say, oh, give a kid a 350 Legend for, you know, deer. Or you could take them deer hunting with the 10mm. Something like this. It's real small. Put in your backpack. Whatever. But yeah. You know what? I haven't even felt the trigger yet. Let's feel the trigger real quick. There's a safety right there. I didn't even look at that before I bought it. But yeah. There's your safety. Interesting trigger. Let's see if I can show this on camera. It's kind of mushy. It's mushy all the way to there, and then pretty good trigger. But it's like you go through 1/8 of an inch there of mush, and then the wall. That's a good wall there. It'd be even better if it didn't have that mush in there, but that'd probably make it twice as expensive, huh? So bring it back there, then it has an obvious wall. And then that has a real light break there at the end. But hey, I'm not going to ramble anymore about this. This is the TNW ASR. There might be a small chance one of y'all has one. So if one of y'all has them, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to have this out as soon as I can. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hoo-doo.